Good morning, everyone, and happy holidays. Justin here, and this morning I actually just made this hat for work, and you can see there's a couple different snowmen here. And what I'm going to do is try to draw one of them. We're going to draw this guy right here. Let me just zoom in. And you can see that looking at the basic shapes, there are 3 circles. And there are 3 boxes here in front. Fairly simple snowman. So we'll just get started here. And we're not trying to make it exact, but we'll get the rough idea going here. So first thing I'm going to do is draw the circles. Let's zoom out again. So we've got the head here, the middle body, and the bottom. So let's just go ahead and draw a circle, a bigger circle for the middle, and an even bigger circle for the bottom. So first we're gonna draw the presents that are in front of it. So draw a rectangle here, and then another rectangle right behind it, and connect the corners. And then this taller present next to it is going to be sort of behind it. So we'll draw a rectangle right there, kind of foreshortened rectangle, of course, and make a box. And then another one that's actually sitting on top of this one. So we'll just go ahead and do it like this. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and put in the nose, which is just a triangle, kind of curved. So let's do this, and then draw a circle here to mark where the edge is going to be right there. Couple dots for the eyes, and then the hat's got actually covering part of the head. So we're gonna draw a line right here, and if you imagine, this is actually one side of an oval like this, but this is what we're gonna be drawing. So the hat, the brim, comes out further here. So again, we're gonna draw another oval, kind of overlapping the other one like this. So then the edge will come up to the head right here. Alright, so then let's just go ahead and draw the rest of the head, kind of free form, and then a circle for the end. Alright, so let's look at the scarf. So the scarf is going to go under here. So we're actually going to see this line, but not this line. So we'll go ahead and draw this line a little bit darker, and then there's a part of the scarf that actually overlaps the chin of the snowman. So we'll just draw a line right here and extend the scarf this way. So let's just go out this way, and then the other part of the scarf then goes around the neck. So again, just like the hat, it's gonna go past the body line here. So let's start it out here, and then follow the edge. Just follow this line just a little bit farther away, and again it's going to come out here. So then the other part of the scarf comes out this way, comes down just like so, and then we've got a couple arms. So one arm's going to go out here, branch it out, and maybe another branch here, and then the other arm is going to come out here. So let's just draw an arm out here and a branch. So whenever you're drawing a branch, like in a tree, on a tree or something like this, it always becomes thinner the farther you get away from the trunk. So from the body, let's just make this a little bit thicker, draw another line, and then it gets closer to the first line. Same with here, it's going to narrow down. It's a little bit thicker here, so we'll do that. just like that. And we have these two circles overlapping. Again, here, this is going to be our main line overlapping this circle, this line of this circle. So that's going to be erased. Same here. This line is going to be in front of this lower ball. So this is going to be the line we're going to be drawing. Okay, but we're not going to draw too thick, too dark, just because this is going to be white snow. So we'll just continue it that way. And then we've got a couple bows that sit on top of the presents. So let's just draw these kind of triangular shapes, and then like a tie in the middle, like so. Same with here, triangles, and then maybe a triangle on top, and then a circle in the middle, just like that. And the other part of the scarf, more red stripes. The scarf is bending, the end's going to be curved, and these are going to be parallel to it. I went ahead and drew some circles on the brim here. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start outlining with my thin Sharpie. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, as you outline, always keep track of which lines are actually going to be seen, which ones won't. So here, as I mentioned earlier, I had drawn this oval to show where the brim sits on the head, and here you can see this line right here. That was the original circle for the head. That's going to be erased. You don't want to outline that. Same with this side of this part of the oval which we drew for the brim. Same with here. Remember, this part of the head sits in front of this ball. So here's the line of the second ball. That's not going to be seen. Do not outline that. Same with here. Again, here's the circle for the bottom. That's not going to be seen. You don't want to outline that as well. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and erase that. Alright, so let's go ahead and color this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw some short lines right here for the frizzy end of the scarf. Alright, so I've roughly colored in the areas, and now I'm going to add a little bit of shading. And here's the orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use something darker here. And actually this is what I used for the branch. And I'm just going to put some shade on the lower right of everything. That's the shadow side. So the bottom of the brim right here is going to be a little bit darker. So I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of shading right here. Just right at the bottom, and getting lighter as you get to the top. This is just going to give it three-dimensional quality, make it look like it's got some substance. And same with this whole side right here of the hat. First the brim, and then this part of the hat. And I'm just going to go over that white dot as well. And I'm going to just kind of continue it up to here. And then same with this side. This bottom part of this part of the hat will be dark. So let's just go ahead and make that dark. And slowly ease off on the pressure on the pencil to make it a little bit lighter. And that just makes it a little bit more 3D. I'm going to do the same thing with the scarf. So I've got a darker green. The lower part of the scarf is going to be darker, like so. And actually I'm just gonna go right over the red stripe as well. Same with here. Now here it's gonna be sort of flat, so I'm not gonna make it so obvious. Maybe just a touch darker here on the very edge. Now this part of the scarf is below this part, so this whole area needs to be dark. So this is casting a shadow on the lower scarf here. So I'm just gonna draw a parallel line to this right here, like so. And this whole area is gonna be dark. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shade that in. And that immediately gives it a 3D quality just by doing that. And maybe just a little bit of dark shadow right here. And that's it. The snowman itself is snow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a light blue pencil to put in the shadows. So right here, again, the lower right side of this sphere. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of a shadow here, just light, just to give it a cool quality, make it look like it's cold, and just a little bit on this part here. So the light's coming from the upper left and shining down. All of this side opposite the light will be the shadow area. So I'm actually using a little bit of cross hatching, and I'm going over the areas more for the areas I want to be darker. Or you can just use pressure. So I'll do the same thing with the middle ball. This whole part will be darker. So now here I'm going to continue this line with my colored pencil. And what you can also imagine is that there's a smaller circle right here, like that. And this whole area here will be in shadow. So then we can fill that in like that. Okay. And again, we're going to make it from dark here by just adding more pressure and slowly letting go of the pressure. And I'm going to go past this line, but very light pressure. The other thing is this scarf is going to be casting a shadow on the snowball right here. So again, I'm going to add a little bit more shadow right here. And I'll do the same with this lower ball. Okay, I'm just making the nose a little more 3D, again by making the bottom part darker and this side right here darker. So this part's going to be bright, and that immediately gives it a 3D quality. And it's going to cast a little bit of a shadow on the face here on the bottom. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of gray here going down like so. And I did the same thing here with the ball at the end of his hat. Again, this side right here is darker. And I can actually also use my pencil to make it a little bit darker here at the edge. Just like that. Just so the snowman doesn't look like he's just floating, we gotta give him a little bit of shadow down here. So again, the light's coming from the upper left, casting a shadow down over here to the right. What I like to do is make it pop out a little bit more by outlining it with a darker, thicker line. So I'll do that with this Sharpie. couple last things that I'm going to do here is go ahead and put the buttons. There's one right here and another one down here. And I'm going to draw his smile lightly with this blue colored pencil. And I'll just go ahead and do a quick line just like that. Maybe add a little bit of orange for his cheeks right here and here. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. Please leave a comment if there's something else you'd like me to try to draw. Thanks and have a great day.